to Bad Larry.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Bad Larry Kingdom. I'm your host, Bad Larry. Today we're checking out X-Men number 11 for the second time. If you've already seen the first one, YouTube did not like it. I added too much copyright music. I already rated this cover 10 out of 10. I can't go back on that. I still think it's awesome. This issue is written by Jed McKay. It's drawn by Nito Diaz. And it's called Live Capture. Over the Yukon Territory, up in Canada. Canada, if you're nasty. A spaceship is hurling towards the Earth. Crash lands. Who? Can anyone survive? Apparently they do. With a kick, this spaceman busts out through the hole. But who could it be? Meanwhile, inside the X-Men base called the Factory in Merle, Alaska, Beast is working with Jen Starkey. She's a new mutant. She's one of these mutants that was turned into a mutant as an adult. And she doesn't know what her powers are. Beast is working with her. She looks like a fish person, but that's just kind of because that's what she needed to be at the time. So he's thinking that if she thinks real hard, maybe she can transform into something else. So Beast tells Jen Starkey, hey, just think of something real hard. Think about flying. So Jen starts thinking, flying, 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 and alakablam! Jen transforms from a little fish gal to a eagle gal. Got those cool eagle wings, but it's the feet, man. It's the feet and those hairy knees and hand claws. So she's a shapeshifter, but not like Mystique, where she's transforming into people. She's more animalistic. I wonder what she's going to pick as her mutant name. And now that we got these side characters out of the way, let's get on to the cool part. I'll have to say, I really love the Marauder being used as the X-Men flight vehicle. You know, back in the 90s, they had the X-Jet. Everything was about being very cool, but sleek and cool. Now I think that the vibe is like Appalachian Mountain Man cool. Cyclops basically tells the team, hey, if a spaceship is crashing in our backyard, there's no one else to check it out. We're out here in the middle of Alaska. We're the ones who's going to have to check it out. My favorite character relationship so far has been Magic and Juggernaut. Cyclops gives Temper 20 points. It's an arbitrary 20 points. It doesn't mean anything. It's like 10 points to you for making a good point. And because Magic and Juggernaut are so competitive and their childish mentality. They're like, what points? There's points. I want points. I love that. Old boy on the motorcycle, well, futuristic motorcycle, is looking cool as a bit like Iron Man, but the costume, if you looked at it close enough, you could tell who it was right away. Cyclops following along like the po-po, saying, this is Cyclops. You better pull over. Of course, once Corsair realizes it's Cyclops, he pulls to a kick-ass power slide. And my question is, how would Corsair not know that it's Cyclops' Marauder ship? Oh, it's because he's a delinquent, deadbeat dad who loves to tramp around out in space with all the space whores. He's not checking in enough with Cyclops to know that he's probably got a new costume and a whole new team and a whole new ride and everything. But, it's Cyclops' daddy. He's got to give him the old tip-to-tip hug. How you doing? I'm not holding no grudges. But, hey, I'm still taller than you, better looking. And Magic's like, oh, who is it? Oh, no. She's got some beef with Corsair. Magic literally doesn't pull any punches. She's gonna let you know exactly how she feels about you. And she gives Corsair a good left cross to the face. I love Corsair looking real scared of her as she's walking up. Oh my goodness, I love this. Other than Cyclops being my favorite character, I'd have to say recently for modern characters, Magic has got to be my number two favorite mutant or X-Man character. For everything that Cyclops is, Magic is the opposite. I think that all of the things that make Wolverine cool, Magic has it, but she also has an adorableness, a bit of an innocence, and much more loyalty. I think that she's just super cool. Her outfits are cool. She carries a kick ass huge sword. I mean, who doesn't love Magic? But anyway, before Corsair was rudely interrupted and punched in the face, he's trying to spit out that he's not alone. He's got some people following him. They're the space scrolls, the space shapeshifters. They better get into evasive maneuvers. And we cut to the chase. Literally, that's where that scene comes from. When the movies are getting too boring, the directors would always want to have a car chase in there. And when they felt like, oh, the movie is lagging, it's lulling, they'd cut to the car chase. So when people say cut to the chase, that's what they mean. They want the exciting part of whatever you're going to say. And this is it. Cyclops is directing the traffic. He's ordering his team around. One cool thing about Temper is, she turns ice into fire and fire into ice. And because they're in Canada, there's plenty of ice to turn around into that fire. Tactically, Cyclops always wants to get the fight on the ground if they can. Having the Juggernaut on his team makes fighting on land much more an advantage for the X-Men, which is why they obviously abandon the ship and allow Temper to stay on the ship being driven or being flown by Kid Omega. And I really have come to like this team a lot. I like Temper. It's basically having two teammates in one. You have Iceman and you have Sunfire or whoever, Human Torch, and she could do both. Plus, she's got an attitude. I really am enjoying her. Some old heads are always going to say, oh, the old comics are so much better than the new comics. The old characters are better than the new characters. And in some cases, I do agree. But this first page here shows that with modern technology, I mean, look at these colors, the imagination. You've got a brand new character kicking ass in a brand new type ship. The angle that she's delivering that fire, the Kree or Skrull spaceship, it's like a giant fish thing. It's all very imaginative. It's all very cool. So having the digital addition to coloring has made visually comic books, if they do it well, better than the old ones. It's just facts. The coloring is just more crisp if they put the effort into it. Not all, not all, not all, but in this case, this is a great page. So the scrolls say they need the Summers creature, but Corsair is a Summers and Cyclops is a Summers. So which one they want? Cyclops is implementing the Jean Grey protocol. Hit hard and move fast. These scrolls are bounty hunters and they've come well equipped. They've got freaking ruby quartz armor. They know, Cyclops knows now that they're not after Corsair, but they're after him. And he says, y'all want some? Come and get it! Now you have to know Jed McKay is Canadian, so he's gonna have to put in his little Canadian team to come and help rescue the X-Men. Hence, Alpha Flight is inbound. The Canadians are here. But look at that Puck. That not a great picture of Puck. Now, tomorrow you're going to get X-Men number 12, a back-to-back X-Men day. Now, this is a much better picture of Puck, and it looks like Marvel is getting greedy again with X-Man Hunt, another series, tie-in series, because I'm sure NYX Storm, all these other X titles, they're trying to force people to buy them. The sales aren't doing well. I'm sure Uncanny X-Men is probably doing very well. I believe X-Men is doing well, but other than that, who knows? So stay tuned, and I'll see you real soon. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Love you. Be good to one another.